All right, so anybody that's camped up along the Upper Rogue River knows all about Union Creek. Real popular camping area, and you got a good sized feeder stream that comes into the Upper Rogue River here. We're gonna show you how anybody that's camping can come up here, catch a quick limit of trout for dinner, put them on the skillet, and have a great day fishing. Now, real great access here. It's an easy stream to walk down into. Some beautiful cold water, crystal clear pools, and plenty of those awesome ODFW stocked rainbow trout that everybody that camps up here loves to catch. Roughly an hour and a half drive outside of Medford. This is a great place to come anytime from Memorial Day through Labor Day. That's when the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife stocks trout here every single week. And you know what? It's an excuse to get those kids off the computer, off their cell phone, and out in a beautiful mountain stream in an area filled with pine trees. You got deer around, you got wild animals, and you have campgrounds that are inches from where you're going to cast your first line.
One bites the dust. Mixed on a roll. He's taking drag. I think Troy tried to party foul me and loosen my drag.
Double? Double. Oh!
Double got away. So what we're doing here today to catch these trout on this fire bait is we take just a 2-foot leader. This is 4-pound test. Fluorocarbon works best, but any other line of work. We're using a size 10 hook, split shot, swivel, and some of this awesome fire bait. And it doesn't take much, just enough to cover the hook. So you just take a little dab, roll it into a little worm, and then you want to bury the hook in there. And you want to bury the hook towards the back of the bait, and then insert the line all the way through the bait also to hide it and make it look like a worm. And those trout will just fight over this bait. It is awesome. Kids are going to love it. You're going to catch limits. It's the way to go.
Whoop. You just hit it. Uh-oh. And here on Union Creek, baby.
Another rainbow.
We're in the little brush field here. Oh, we got a little one.
Oh man.
He's a little guy, but you know what? He's got an attitude.
Yeah. Getting underwater footage is always one of the most difficult things to do. You know, oftentimes you drop the GoPro underwater and immediately the trout become spooked. You know, they see it and they're skittish. Today we didn't have that problem. Surprisingly, we used only about a 3-foot long GoPro stick and we reached out as far into the water column as we could. And boy, did they want firebait. You'll see we only use firebait today. And oftentimes we had trout fighting against each other to see who could get the firebait quicker. It was a pretty incredible experience where, you know, sometimes we even took the hook off and we just put the firebait on there and you'll see these trout come over and just grab it and try to eat it. They don't get hooked because obviously we got rid of the barbs. We got rid of the, you know, the shank part of the hook. And we just wanted to see what colors they wanted and how quickly they would eat firebait. Now, yes, this is a stocked fishery. As everybody knows, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife comes through every week and stocks this Union Creek. So there is a high inventory of trout. Actually, this is 4th of July weekend coming up. So, you know, we're here 2 days after the stocking. And this creek has been picked over pretty hard. Think about it. There's tons and tons of people that camp here on a weekly basis, especially in June, July, August, which is a time frame we're here. That's why we were so surprised how bad these trout wanted firebait.
Another one this morning. Look at that. Union Creek. Woohoo!
I must say, this is the first time I've ever been up here to Union Creek. I've lived here in Oregon since 1989, and talk about feeling like a kid again using this Pautzke's fire bait. This cast for cast, fish on. It is unbelievable. It's better than a night crawler. It's just, kids are gonna love this stuff, and they're gonna catch lots of fish, and they're gonna get hooked on fishing.
Holy, that's a hole.
Run up on him. Should scare him away. Like a little kid. 5, 4, 3 in action. There he is again. This bait, we're gonna have to go back to Pautzke's and get a new box because we're not gonna have enough to make it through the day.
It's the biggest fish of the day.
That is a beauty.
Today's episode of Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from Southern Oregon. We're up on the Upper Rogue Canyon. We're on a tributary to the Rogue River known as Union Creek. It's a fairly decent sized tributary loaded with cool water, crystal clear water, and lots of rainbow trout. Reason being, it's a large campground here, the Union Creek Campground, and it has 2 bridges, which the ODFW, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, does a great job stocking mostly pan-sized rainbow trout. Remember, this is a put and take fishery. It's where people come up here, they catch fish, they throw them on the skillet in their campground, and then their kids, families can come through here and load it up with tons of rainbow trout. Now all these fish are gonna be anywhere from 7 to 9, 7 to 10, maybe an 11-inch fish if you're lucky. They're all gonna be rainbow trout. Today we came up here and caught and released every fish. You'll see that we clamped our barbs down and we came up here with Pautzke fire bait, mostly the garlic wildfire, rainbow, garlic, salmon egg, and peach garlic. Caught fish on almost every single cast. Now one of the amazing things about today is we threw our underwater camera down with the GoPro and we watched the fish just come up and fight each other. Who could get the fire bait quicker? Shows you when you have a dough bait that smells as good as fire bait does, has vibrant colors, and stays on the hook like fire bait does. You come out with your kids, come out here with your wife, come out here with grandma and grandpa, or come out here by yourself and catch and release fish all day long, or keep your 5 fish for the skillet and have a dinner of trout while you're camping.